do you make of the season so far? Do you think things have been, obviously results speak for themselves, but performances, confidence in the camp, how do you think things are going?
I think, to be fair, right from the beginning, they need some confidence builders. I mean, we've started with some pretty tough games. We started with Leeds, we started with Cass, York, which have all gone really well so far. And I think the confidence took a bit of a knock. But listen, this year for us, we're building. It's a new team. We've got a lot of young players that are getting their opportunities, getting their chances, probably quite a lot earlier than what they thought they were going to do. A couple of our players, a couple of our experienced players really have led the way in training, in games, but it's just about confidence, and I think that it is building, but there's lots and lots of bits and pieces we need to improve on, and we're doing that each week. The training really hard to start with, but like you say, I think that confidence is coming, and I think that'll grow as we carry on.
And we've seen with the men's team, if the fixture list is against you and you've got tough games, there's not much you can do. You can only put in your best performances, and if you come up short, that's all you can do. But a game against Huddersfield next time out is a game people are going to say, that's a winnable fixture for you. Yeah,
it is, and actually, as a camp, we're really looking forward to it, because we're getting a few bodies back. We've had quite a few injuries early doors as well, and that really has put not a dampener on the squad, but we've been doing it quite tough, because like I say, we've had a lot of young ones that actually they've shown some real signs of actually what we're going to get in the future, which has been quality. But yeah, I mean, Huddersfield, they're not too dissimilar to us the way I see it at the moment, but it'll be a great game. I think both teams will be looking to win that one.
And as I say, it's a winnable fixture, but they've obviously gone out and shown their quality by beating Bradford a few weeks ago.
No, they have, yeah. And look, it's Women's Super League, it's the highest level. Players are turning up, and these women are there to win. It's not, they're not there to roll over. You can see in our camp and what I've spoken to other coaches, training and it's going absolutely quality, and the girls are putting the time in. They put the time in the gym. They're training 3-4 times a week. They're doing their own stuff. They're there to win.
We've had a bit of a rocky start, but hoping to get off the mark in a couple of weeks. Got some tough games coming up, but I think we can push on from here.
Lots of tough games and tough results, but how do you feel performances have been going as the weeks have gone on?
I think we're definitely improving. We're getting there. We've had some obviously tough opposition, but our attack is getting there. We've just got a few bits and pieces to clean up on in defence.
Got a lot of young players in the squad as well. It must be an important part of everyone's job here at the club to bring them through and get them that experience.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got loads of juniors coming from the under-16s. Like Nixie, she made her senior debut last week. She's doing really well. So yeah, it's just about getting them through, getting more experience, and I think with a bit of that, we'll push on.
It's a big league, some big teams there with plenty of internationals. It is a tough battle to fire for any young players coming into the side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a tough introduction, but I think it's just jumping at the deep end, and I think the girls are really standing up to the challenge.
Huddersfield next week. How big a game is that for the club?
Oh, it's massive. I think I'd say they're one of our closest rivals, and I'd really like to put some points on them.
And I guess confidence after all these defeats must be low, but I guess it builds up in training like this, where it seems like there's a good camaraderie between you all.
Yeah, absolutely. We all get on really well, and I think we've got a couple of weeks before that game, so we can work on a few things that we struggled on in the Warrington game, and I think once they're polished up a bit, then we can really do.
Jess, what's brought you to Wakefield?
Moved to the area, retired from rugby union, and thought, miss it a little bit. I thought I'd give it a go. So yeah, just got in contact and invited me along to training.
So any regrets so far about taking up rugby league?
Not at the minute. We'll wait and see what game day brings.
What experience do you bring from the world of rugby union?
Played a bit. I was down at Hartford College when I was a youngster. Played at uni, bits and pieces, but unfortunately injury sort of ruled me out. So just on the road back, and thought I'd give rugby league a go for some reason.
And what have you found the main differences so far in training?
Forward passes are a go, and so is high tackling.
Are you looking forward to your first game?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be definitely be good to get back instead of watching from the sideline. Give it a good go.
And what do you make of your teammates here at Wakefield?
Yeah, good crack. A lot of youngsters coming through, which is great to see. But yeah, nice bunch of girls.
Obviously, it's a team that aren't doing too great in terms of results at the moment, but the performances are getting better on the field. That's one thing that the message is getting out there.
Yeah, it is, and look, we've got plenty of things we need to be working on in training. and we're aware of that, and it's just a steady grind to get there.
What position do you play in rugby union? What position will you be playing in rugby league?
Good question. Not entirely sure. Potentially centre, but I think we'll have to wait and see as I progress through training. It's only my second week in, so we'll see.
Obviously, there's a big window on women's rugby league at the moment. We're seeing the cup final on the BBC, the internationals on Sky this week, and then I guess for the younger players as well in the squad, they'll be thinking England honours in the future. It's a great time to be a women's rugby league player. It
is. I think the sports and society in general are taking massive strides forward. Listen, the women's game's as important as the men's game for me. They put, they train really hard. It's just a shame, obviously, that we're starting so many years behind. But I think the way that the game's going, I think it's going to be a bright future for them all.
You mentioned the young players coming through. How important is your captain in terms of developing them? Because she's a great leader in terms of that.
Yeah, Swain is outstanding for the girls. She's been around the game a long time. She's just like a real calming head. And to be quite honest, I think quite a few of the girls are quite afraid of her as well, which is good to see. She really does lead by example. And actually, there's quite a few other players as well, older heads that do lead by example. It's just showing these younger ones just how to act really and how to get on, because some of these younger ones are just leaving school, and that's the sort of position we're in. So they're great for them young ones.
And when people are allowed to come back, it's a perfect opportunity for people to come down, support the team and support the future of the club.
Yeah, it's quality. We've just started to get fans back in the ground, and we're getting a lot of parents coming down. And to be quite honest, I'm really looking forward to actually what's going to start to come with fans coming in. And like I say, the game's growing, it's getting more exposure on TV, on the radio. You're seeing social media, you're seeing a lot more of that sort of stuff coming through with the women's rugby. So it's just exciting times really, and I just hope that it keeps growing the rate it is.